Okay, actually what I did here, I think that laptop died. Because it was like the crawl line wasn't even moving. So I think it's seen its better days. So what I did, I switched over to my cell phone. Now I'm trying to set my cell phone up. That's why you see all the hands in it and stuff. And it'll probably start as a new stream. So that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I think that laptop I was using to stream, yeah, I think it, I don't think it can handle the stream. So I'm gonna have to think of something else. Just trying to get less hood in the picture. There. I do see some lightning off to the southwest. So I'm gonna change my position a little bit. And I think this storm here is the one that's severe warned. So I'm gonna kind of find a different spot to watch it from. I think I'll be better off. Right now I'm up at the Interstate 90 and Rushford exit. If you couldn't understand anything I was saying, which is not surprising considering. Now I just have to make my mind up where I want to sit. Do I want to sit on one side of the interstate so I can jump on the interstate and take off if things start to go to hell? Or do I want to stay up here? You know, I like to be in an elevated spot, but there's also a problem with being elevated, and of course it doesn't say anywhere no parking. So you could park right off the bridge, I'm assuming. Nowhere does it say no parking on the bridge either. So I could park like right here. I'm not on the bridge anymore. I don't want to get too close to the side guardrail. But like right here. And then move my camera. Severe thunderstorm warning for Winona, Minnesota. Yeah. Or I could just go home and watch it in the garage. Should I do that? Should I just go home, watch it in the garage? I think I'll do that, because Matthew, my son's at home, and who knows how bad it's going to be. Probably not bad at all, but it's heading that way, and I got time. I can get home. So, like, I'm 4 minutes from the highway, and then a couple more minutes in town. And if there's any lightning, whatever it does here, it's going to do the same thing in town. So, and it got slower and slower and slower, and then it was like stuck, and it was repeating what I already had on there. So, yeah. Option 2. Anybody that got a good iPad with an M chip in it, that's my next option. And I don't know what they call it, A17 Bionic or something like that. I'm not quite. And if I want to do this, I want to be able to stream without hiccups or glitches. I mean, constant glitches through the stream would drive me nuts watching. So, kind of just wasting my time. And I did take a look at that storm on radar, and it does seem to be getting a little bit more intense the closer it gets. And like I said, I went to my phone because it just couldn't handle the stream anymore. And then if you don't use the battery, it lasts for maybe 20 minutes. So I think for sitting at home, going on the internet, that laptop's probably okay. Storing some files, storing some videos, it's probably okay. But to live stream, not so much. So, and I should be home in like 15 minutes from this point. So, not even 15 minutes. It's 7 miles from here to downtown. I'm not going downtown. I am going a little farther west than downtown. So it's probably about 7 miles from here to my house. Unfortunately, the road's tore up and I gotta get home. But I'll get in the garage before it's a problem. I'm having a hard time connecting my infotainment system to the internet. Should probably just unplug it, plug it back in again. It says network error. Well, that means it's not connecting. Duh. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna unplug it because it doesn't have anything to do with my phone running right now. And then I'm gonna plug it back in. Try to reconnect. Okay. Then if I go home and put the car in the garage and it does hail, because, you know, like I said, I haven't looked at this radar on this for a few minutes. I'm driving. But if it does intensify, which I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, because we're at dusk, and that means the jet stream's going to increase, and there's plenty of moisture in the air, and it's 75 degrees outside, and this storm has come up from the south, moist air, and that cold front's closer on the backside, and the air is drier, so the air is going to cool off quicker on the backside because it's drier. So it could cause that storm to intensify. And like I said, I don't have my radar right now. I'm driving. I can't look at it. So I would just soon have my car in the garage. That'd be the safest bet. So I am going down into the valley right now. So I am my back is to the storm. So you're not going to see any lightning, but when I was sitting up there on the bridge, I started seeing lightning. And I figured I've been live long enough today anyway, so I might as well just go home. Yeah, for some reason my infotainment system isn't connecting to the internet, which means I don't have the ability to check radar. Oh, there, maybe it did. Finally. Let's see. Nope. Try it one more time. Now, the vehicle has a hotspot, but I don't know the password. It's a trial, you know. But if you don't know the password, there's not much point in it. On one of my other vehicles, it automatically hooked up without a password. So that was kind of strange. And I used it for about a week. Then it ran out of data. Because it's only for a small amount of data. Probably give you 1 gigabyte or so. Let's try it again. And yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's try to connect. And when it says don't have the password, touch that. And then maybe it'll have me re-enter my password. Nope. So I don't know. So I'll be home in like 5 minutes anyways. Now it's saying it's the only one on here. It says it won't connect. Okay, connect. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I could use my phone to stream all the time. But I can't take calls. Now you say, well, just go out and buy yourself another phone for streaming. Why bother with the iPad? There's some thought to that. But I just think with the iPad and the remote camera, you have more options. You have a better picture. So you could put the phone on a gimbal, I guess, and turn it by hand. Well, they probably even have power ones where you can just put it in the gimbal and turn it automatically. But then you're using another phone. So then you have 2 phones. I wish it would rain a little bit before I get in the yard, in the house, because I just went through a bunch of bugs. Okay, the light's green, but is it going to stay green? Probably not, unless it's got a sensor on it. Nope. Now I have to slam my brakes on just to stop. And then I'll sit here for about a minute. And then it'll change again, right when there's more traffic coming from the other direction. Okay, anytime now. So we've got 1 more stoplight. Well, 2 more traffic lights to go through. One, I'll be making a right turn, so I won't have to wait at it. But up here is the roundabout. To stop at it. Well, I guess I do have to stop at it because everybody's deciding to go this way right now. I always use my turn signal in roundabouts. I see people go through roundabouts and you have no idea if they're going to make the left turn or not. So you have to wait for them, and then they go straight. It's like, you know, if you were supposed to use your turn signal in a roundabout, then you know who's turning left, who's going straight. I know some people still wouldn't use them and you pull out in front of them probably, but that'd be on them. I just don't understand why people don't use turn signals in roundabouts. I guess I got some decisions to make before I stream again. Go out and find a used iPhone or whatever with a good camera and stream from it, or do it the right way and get an iPad with an M chip and set up your OBS with that. There's a company, I can't remember the name of it, that makes the software for the iPad with the M chip. So you just hook your remote camera to the new iPad with the USB-C instead of the lightning cable. That makes a big. And then you can do different things as far as put images in the screen, stuff like that. Two-party, you can split screen and have two separate people talking, or you can have, like, I would put like radar in the corner and then have my live stream so just something to think about. So I beat the storm, obviously. I'm on 61, just getting ready to turn off. Half a mile from my house. Maybe I'll fry up some of those pork loins I've got that I haven't ate. 99 cents from Quick Trip. Bacon wrapped. Can't beat the price. But I guess I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or not, but it is on Facebook. So you go back to, like, I don't know, an hour and a half into the stream. I'm in Spring Valley, or it's not Spring Valley, what is it? Yeah, maybe it is Spring Valley, Minnesota. And I'm waiting for a severe thunderstorm, and I wanted to get on the other side of it, so I drove right through it. And it was raining so hard, and the wind was blowing across the road from farm fields, that I actually had to pull off the road because I couldn't see more than maybe 3 car lengths in front of me. And like I said, the wind was blowing. It was like straight line winds. It wasn't anything turbulent, It was just straight line winds. I literally had to pull off the road because I couldn't see in front of me. And there was a car in front of me that pulled off too. So they pulled off, and I'm like, well, they're pulling off. I'm not going to be the only one out here on the road, so I pulled off right next to them, basically right behind them. Which, we sat there for probably, I don't know, between 5 and 10 minutes, waiting for that heavy rain and wind to subside a little bit. It finally did, and then I finished getting on the other side of the storm. And then I went north, and by the time I ran into it again, it was half the storm it was. And then the closer it got to the river, it just got weaker and weaker. And another one strengthened that was farther west of it and a little bit more north. And that's what went through Lake City, severe warned. So I see it did sprinkle here. There is some moisture on the road, on the driveway, but not much. So I look at it and say, well, that wouldn't have kept me from mowing lawns. That's how little it rained. It didn't even get wet under the trees. That used to be another one I'd say. Stupid rain. It didn't even get wet under the trees. So, anyways. Well, I'm going to call it a night. And, till next time, this is the Weather Monkey. Hope everybody enjoys what's left of your evening and the rest of the week. And, like I said, if you want to email me at weathermonkey.mail.com, just let me know you were watching. I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. And join, I guess. I don't know. Become a member or whatever on Facebook. So, until then, have a good night.